tried to silence us. Now hear us born beneath the frozen sky, raised where only strong survive. Every scar became my shield, never taught to run and hide. Chains were forged around our dreams, fear was so like royalty. But I was never made to kneel, I was born to break free. Cold winds, hard roads, heavy weight, strong soul. They push, we rise, truth burning in our eyes. Every setback fuels the flame, every loss rewrites the game. No tyrant owns my destiny, no ruler steals my liberty. Hear the drums, hear the call, we stand together, we won't fall. Raise your shield, raise it high, let the ravens fill the sky. Fight for truth, fight for right, be the fire in the night. Never kneel, never break, Valhalla knows the path we take. Valhalla knows the path we take. They built walls, we built strength. They spread fear, we gain faith. Every voice they try to chain comes back louder once again. North blood running through our veins, we survive the storm and rain. Hear the drums, hear the call, we stand together, we won't fall. Raise your shield, raise it high, let the ravens fill the sky. Fight for truth, fight for right, be the fire in the night. Never kneel, never break, Valhalla knows the path we take. The storm won't own us, the dark won't hold us. We were born to rise. Raise your shield, raise it high, let the ravens fill the sky. Fight for truth, fight for right, be the fire in the night. The battle continues, and so do we.
Look above. Look above! Above the cliffs where the seabirds glide, a young dreamer stood at the mountainside, watching clouds race over the northern sky, wondering what existed beyond his eyes. The elder spoke of storms and fate, of doors that open for those who wait, but he believed the horizon grew for the ones determined to break through.
Every sunrise painted the peaks with gold, every sunset whispered stories untold. And somewhere beyond the endless blue, he felt a calling pulling him through.
Not toward riches and not toward fame, but toward a life impossible to tame. A path unmarked by map or sign, waiting beyond the edge of time.
Lift your gaze,
Break the chain,
trust the wind.
rise again.
Higher than the mountains, higher than the fear, beyond every limit that once held you here. Run with the wind, let your spirit take flight. Nothing can stop you when your eyes find the light.
Crossing forests and frozen seas, learning that freedom demands its cost. And every great journey comes with loss. He climbed steep ridges wrapped in snow, reached places few would ever know. Each summit showed another view, another reason to keep pushing through. The eagle soared above his trail, unaffected by the storm or hail, teaching lessons without a sound, about rising instead of staying bound. The sky became his oldest friend, a reminder that growth never ends. And every challenge standing tall was another mountain meant to fall.
Sky ahead,
Fear behind,
open heart,
open mind.
higher than the mountains, higher than the fear, beyond every limit that once held you here. Run with the wind, let your spirit take flight. Nothing can stop you when your eyes find the light.
Standing on the highest crest, he finally understood the quest. It wasn't the peak he came to find, but the strength discovered inside his mind. The road was never about the view, it was about becoming someone new, someone willing to take the climb, even when the path was steep with time. The northern wind still called his name, but now their message wasn't the same. They no longer asked him where to go, only reminded him how much he'd grown. And as the sun sank into the west, he carried peace within his chest, knowing every step had played its role in forging the sky within his soul. Rise up! Rise up!
Hey,
To the sky!
to the sky,
To the height!
to the heart.
Spread your wings! Take the flight!
Leave the ground behind and let the storm become your power. Turn the doubt into momentum, turn the pressure into fire. When the world says stay below, be the one who climbs above, because the sky belongs forever to the hearts that never stop. Fly beyond the clouds of yesterday, beyond the weight you knew. Every horizon gets wider when you're brave enough to move. Let the north wind carry your name across the endless blue, and become the kind of legend only dreamers can become.
The mountain was never the limit. The sky wasn't either. Keep rising.
I wasn't born fearless. I was forged. No warrior enters this world already carrying a shield. No heart begins unbreakable, no fate arise revealed. The storms arrived before I was ready, the waves were higher than I knew. But every trial left a mark, and every mark helped me break through. People see the strength today, but they don't know the cost. They don't see the years I spent feeling broken, feeling lost. They don't see the mornings when I doubted every dream, or the nights I stayed awake, wondering what it all could mean. They only see the confidence, the fire in my eyes, but confidence was built from failure, not from easy victories. Every rejection taught persistence, every setback taught control, every disappointment hammered steel into my soul. The forge was hot, the pressure real, but that's exactly how a warrior learns to heal. Not by avoiding hardship, not by escaping pain, but by walking through the storm again and again. Hear the anvils, hear the flame. Strength is never born the same. Forged, not born, built through fire. Every fall took me higher. shape the coastline, one wave at a time. And greatness isn't built in moments, it's built through time. Through showing up when you're exhausted, through discipline and pain, through continuing the journey when there's nothing left to gain. I've seen people chase shortcuts, looking for an easier road, but mountains don't move for wishful hearts, and oceans don't carry weak resolve. The strongest roots grow deepest when storms attack the tree, and the strongest souls are forged through adversity. So when another challenge comes, I won't run away, because every battle survived prepared me for today. I don't fear the fire anymore, I know what it creates. Hear the anvils, hear the flame, strength is never born the same. Forged, not born, built through fire. Every fall took me higher. Stand strong, hold fast, the strongest steel is built to last. Raise your voice, raise it high, raise it high. Let the ravens cross the sky. The hammer falls, the fire calls, the steel remains after it. Not born, built the fire. Every fall took me higher. Raise your shield, raise your voice. Every scar became a choice. Stand strong, hey, hold fast. Valhalla knows the ones who last. I wasn't born strong, I became strong. They chained my hands. No, not my spirit. Cold steel, cold nights, heavy shadows, fading lights. They try to tell me who to be, try to steal my destiny, but the ocean never kneels and the mountain never bends. So why should I surrender now when the battle never ends? I've been trapped inside expectations built by people full of fear. People drawing lines around my future saying stop right here. They wanted obedience, they wanted control, but they underestimated the fire inside my soul. I watched dreams get buried under pressure and doubt, watch talented hearts go silent before they figured themselves out. That's why I refuse to shrink to fit somebody else's mold, because every great story starts when someone dares be bold. The ravens flying overhead don't ask permission from the sky, and neither will I apologize for learning how to fly. Every chain they try to place on me only strengthen my resolve, because struggle doesn't stop a warrior, it helps her evolve. Hear the thunder, hear the call, no chain can hold us all. Unchained, unbroken, still standing through the storm. Unchained, unspoken, no longer forced to conform. Break your shield, raise your voice. Freedom lives inside the choice. The strongest prisons aren't always made of iron and stone. Sometimes they're made of fear and believing you're alone. Sometimes they're built from failure, from rejection, from pain, from hearing you can't do it again and again. But every time I got back up, I shattered one more wall. Every time I faced the darkness, I stood a little taller. The north wind taught me movement, the sea taught me flow, the storm taught me resilience, the fire taught me growth. Now I carry every lesson like a banner in the sky, a reminder that true freedom lies inside the will to try. No king decides my future, no tyrant knows my name. The only voice that writes my story is the fire inside the flame. Hear the thunder, hear the call, no chain can hold us all. Unchained, unbroken, still standing is turning to unchained, unbroken, still standing through the storm. Unchained, unspoken, no longer forced to conform. Hey, raise your shield, hey, raise your voice. Freedom lives inside the choice. Hey, stand your ground, hold the line. Valhalla favors hearts that never hide. They chained my hands, but never my spirit. The storm didn't break me. It built me. No silver crown upon my head, no golden robe beneath my feet. I learned to fight for every inch. Nothing in this life came free. The cold wind carved my weary soul. The hard times shaped my name. Every loss became a lesson. Every wound became a flame. I came from places where dreams were often treated like illusions, where survival was the priority and hope felt like confusion. Nobody promised victory, nobody offered a guide. Just a heart full of ambition and a fire I kept inside. I've seen honest people struggle while the selfish take the prize. Seen truths ignored 1,000 times while deception wears disguise. But life's not measured by the comfort that you gain along the way. It's measured by the strength you keep when everything starts to break. Every morning I kept moving even when the road was steep, because goals are never reached by people who refuse to leave their sleep. I learned discipline from hardship, patience from the rain, and courage from the moments when I had everything to lose and still remain. Hear the thunder rolling in, hear the battle deep within. I was built by the storm, forged by the rain. Every scar became a weapon, every loss became a gain. Stand and fight, hold the line. Valhalla favors hearts that never hide. People talk about success like it's luck or destiny, but they never see the sacrifice, the doubt, the uncertainty. They never see the lonely nights when quitting sounds so sweet, or the silent wars we fight just to stay on our feet. The North Sea doesn't calm itself, a sailor's filled with fear, and life won't suddenly become easy just because you're sincere. So I stopped waiting for fairness, stopped waiting for a sign, stopped expecting the world to care and started claiming what was mine. Every failure gave me wisdom, every setback gave me sight, and every time I thought I was done, I found another reason to fight. Hear the thunder rolling in, hear the battle deep within. I was built by the storm, forged by the rain. Every scar became a weapon, every loss became a gain. Stand and fight, hold the line. violent obedience. I chose freedom. I was born beneath gray skies, where hope was hard to find. Every road was paved with struggle, every dream had to be fought for. The cold tried to slow my steps, the fear tried to cloud my mind, but every storm that crossed my path only made my spirit harder. I remember all the moments when they laughed and said I'd never make it. Every opinion thrown against me became another reason I would take it. I carry burdens on my back that nobody else could see, learning how to build a future from uncertainty. I wasn't raised inside a palace, I was raised inside resistance, learning that true power comes from courage and persistence. The world will try to sell you comfort while it's quietly stealing your voice, but freedom's lost the moment you decide to make a choice. I've seen honest hearts get broken while the selfish rise above. I've seen kindness treated like weakness instead of strength and love, but I refuse to let corruption define the world I see. If justice won't come willingly, then justice starts with me. Every setback became training, every failure became proof that pressure doesn't destroy a warrior, it reveals the truth. Hear the echoes through the night, hear the call to stand and fight. This is my crown of iron, forged inside the flame. Every scar became a victory, every loss became my name. Stand up strong, carry on. Valhalla sees the brave who rise when everything goes wrong. No one handed me a kingdom, no one opened up the gates. I learned how to build momentum while confronting every weight. Every mountain looked impossible until I took the climb, and every dream stayed distant until I gave it time. The powerful often gamble with the futures of the weak, while preaching empty promises they never planned to keep. But history remembers those who stood against the tide, not the ones who watched injustice happen and complied. So if they try to push you down because they're scared of what you'll be, remember storms create the oceans and pressure forms the sea. Remember every giant empire started from a single spark, and even the longest winter eventually leaves the dark. The ravens fly above me, the north wind fills my lungs, and every battle I've survived reminds me where I'm from. Hear the echoes through the night, hear the call to stand and fight. This is my crown of iron, forged inside the flame. Every scar became a victory, every loss became my name. Stand up strong, carry on. Valhalla sees the brave who rise when everything goes wrong. The fire keeps burning, the drums keep turning, no fear remains inside my soul. This is my crown of iron, forged inside the flame. Every scar became a victory, every loss became my name. Stand up strong, carry on, raise your voice across the sky. Let the whole world hear the cry. Rise again, stand again. Valhalla belongs to hearts that never bend. I was never looking for a crown, I became one. I became one. If the world stays silent, then we become the thunder. disappeared. Watch the powerful write the stories while the truth was never heard. Too many dreams were left abandoned, too many voices pushed aside, too many hearts kept carrying burdens with no place left to hide. But the fire kept growing beneath the frozen ground, and every soul they overlooked is rising now. I watch people lose their hope while fighting battles every day, working twice as hard for chances others simply throw away. I saw honest hands grow tired, saw brave hearts lose faith, not because they lacked the courage, but because the climb was steep. Still they kept moving, still they kept believing, still they kept building futures while the world kept deceiving. That's why I refuse to stay quiet, refuse to bow my head, because silence protects the chains that keep so many misled. The north wind never asked permission before it shakes the sea, and I won't ask permission to become who I'm meant to be. If justice feels distant, then we'll bring it near. One voice becomes 1,000 when enough hearts refuse fear. Hear the drums across the land, feel the power in our hands. Break the silence, raise the flame, let the whole world know your name. Stand up strong, carry on, the storm won't last forever long. Raise your voice, raise it high, let the ravens cross the sky. Valhalla hears the battle cry. History never belonged to those who waited on the side. It belonged to those who stepped forward and refused to hide. The people who kept walking when the odds were stacked against them. The people who chose action when the world tried to prevent them. Every movement starts small, every fire starts weak. Every revolution starts with someone willing to speak. Not because they're fearless, not because they're brave, but because they understand that tomorrow cannot wait. I've seen darkness cover cities, seen despair fill the air. Yet every generation produces warriors who care. The ones who protect the vulnerable, the ones who defend the truth, the ones who inspire courage inside the hearts of you. That's the legacy I want, not wealth, not fame, but helping light 1,000 fires long after they forget my name. Hear the drums across the land, feel the power in our hands. Break the silence, raise the flame, let the whole world know your name. Stand up strong, carry on, the storm won't last forever long. Raise your voice, raise it high, let the ravens cross the sky. Valhalla hears the battle cry. The fire is spreading, the voices are rising, the future belongs to the brave. Break the silence, raise the flame, let the whole world know your name. Hey! Raise your shield, raise your voice. Every battle is a choice. Stand up strong, carry on. Valhalla hears the battle cry. The world changes when someone dares to begin. The storm is not the end. It's the beginning. Thunder rolling through the hills, lightning dancing on the steel. Every challenge in my path only sharpen what I feel. I won't bow before injustice, I won't hide behind my fear. Every step I take today makes tomorrow crystal clear. No crown, no throne, built the strength alone. Every wound, every scar turned me into who we are. They can doubt, they can lie, but they can stop us from the climb. Hear the thunder in my chest, I was born to pass the test. The fire grows, the voices rise. See determination in our eyes. I am thunder, I am flame, I won't let them break my name. Stand your ground, hold the line, this victory will be mine. Fight again, rise again. The North remembers who remains. Storm-born spirit, battle ready. Heartbeat strong and standing steady. Every chain becomes a lesson, every loss becomes a weapon. Through the darkness I can see freedom calling out to me. One more battle, one more day, I'll keep pushing all the way. The fire grows, the voices rise. See determination in our eyes. I am thunder, I am flame, I won't let them break my name. Stand your ground, hold the line, this victory will be mine. No surrender, no retreat. Feel the thunder underneath. I am thunder, I am flame, I won't let them break my name. Stand your ground, hold the line, this victory will be mine. The storm still rages, so do I. I don't carry revenge. I carry lessons. Oh yeah. The years left marks upon my skin. The storms left echoes deep within. Some doors closed, some bridges burned, but every loss became a turn. The road was rough, the nights were cold. The future often felt unknown. Yet every challenge I survived built a stronger soul. I used to ask why life was harder for some than for the rest. Why some people inherit comfort while others face the test. Why good hearts often struggle while the selfish take the lead. Why honesty gets questioned while deception gets believed. But time has a way of teaching what anger never can. Showing pain can become wisdom when you choose to understand. Every betrayal taught awareness, every failure taught restraint. Every mountain taught endurance, every storm refined my strength. I stopped wasting energy on battles I couldn't control and started building discipline inside my heart and soul. Because carrying bitterness only slows the road ahead, while carrying lessons helps you rise instead. Hear the north wind call my name, every lesson feeds the flame. I carry the lessons, not the pain. I carry the fire, not the chains. Move ahead, stand tall, the strongest heart survive it all. Raise your voice, raise it high, let the ravens fill the sky. Valhalla knows the ones who try. The sea remembers every storm, yet still it greets the dawn. The mountains bear 1,000 scars, yet they keep standing on. That's the path I choose to follow, not perfection but growth. Not revenge against the darkness, but becoming a source of hope. I've seen people trapped forever inside wounds they never healed, and I've seen others rise above by refusing to yield. The difference isn't love, the difference isn't fate. It's deciding every morning that your future won't wait. So I thank the roads that tested me, the battles that I faced, because without those difficult years listen feeds the flame. I carry the lesson, not the pain. I carry the fire, not the chains. Move ahead, stand tall. The strongest hearts survive it all. Raise your voice, raise it high. Let the ravens fill the sky. Valhalla knows the ones who try. The past won't own me. The scars don't define me. They only remind me how far I've come. I carry the lessons, not the pain. I carry the fire, not the chains. Raise a shield, raise your voice. Every battle was a choice. Move ahead, stand tall. The strongest hearts survive it all. Valhalla waits beyond the climb. The storm gave me scars and wisdom. Everything fell apart, so I built it again. The walls came down without a sound. The dreams I knew were scattered now. The road ahead was cold and dark, but somehow hope survived the fall. The fire faded to a spark. The sky was covered up by stars, and in the silence of defeat, I found the strength to start again. I remember standing in the wreckage of the life I used to know, looking at the broken pieces, wondering where I should go. Everything I spent years building seemed to vanish in a day, and for a moment I believed there was no other way. But storms don't ask permission before they change the sea, and hardship doesn't care about what we hoped life would be. So I stopped mourning what was gone and started working with what remained, because the future isn't built by grief, it's built by those who rise again. Every shattered expectation became material for growth. Every painful lesson added depth to what I know. I learned that losing something valuable doesn't mean your story ends. Sometimes destruction is the doorway to becoming stronger than you've been. Hear the hammer, hear the flame, building something new again. From the ruins I will rise, stronger than before. From the ashes to the sky, I am more. Build again, stand tall. The strongest heart survive it all. Raise your voice, raise it high. Let the ravens cross the sky. Yeah, the old me wanted certainty, wanted roads already paved, but the warrior inside me learned to navigate the waves. I've seen castles disappear, seen fortunes turn to dust, seen people lose everything except their courage and their trust, and that's enough. Because determination weighs more than gold or stone, and a strong spirit can rebuild what once seemed gone. The north wind still blows cold, the sea still tests the brave, yet every generation rises from the challenges they face. So if your world is falling down, if your plans are torn apart, remember some of the greatest victories began with a broken heart. Hear the hammer, hear the flame, building something new again. From the ruins I will rise, stronger than before. From the ashes to the sky, I am They told us to stay silent. But silence never changed the world. I was raised where the cold winds blow, where the strong survive and the brave ones grow. Every scar on my skin tells a story. Every battle I fought became part of my glory. The road was rough, the nights were long, but deep inside I kept holding on. When the darkness whispered I should give in, that's exactly where my fight would begin. They tried to build walls around my future and convince me that my limits were already written in stone. But every obstacle they placed before me only taught me how to stand stronger on my own. I carried doubt on my shoulders, carried pain in my chest, yet somehow every difficult moment brought out the very best. I learned that fear grows loudest when you're finally close to the dream you've been chasing for years. And courage isn't living without fear, it's walking forward while facing those fears. Every rejection became fuel, every failure became wisdom, every closed door became another reason to keep moving with determination. I watched people surrender when the road became steep, but warriors are measured by comfort, they're measured by the promises they keep. So I kept climbing through the thunder, through the pressure, through the rain, knowing every step forward would eventually justify the pain. Hear the drums, hear the call, the strongest hearts survive it all. Rise against the storm, rise against the night, let the fire inside your soul become your guiding light. Stand your ground, hold the line. Valhalla waits for hearts that fight. I've seen injustice wearing crowns and pretending it was power. I've seen honest people struggle while the greedy build their towers. But history was never written by the ones who chose to hide. It was written by the fearless souls who stood together side by side. When they tell you that you're nothing, remember where you came from. Remember every mountain that you climbed and every battle that you won. Remember all the moments when you thought you couldn't take another step, yet somehow found the strength to move forward without regret. The north wind doesn't ask permission before it shakes the sea, and I won't ask permission to become the person I'm meant to be. Because every voice matters, every dream deserves a chance, and every soul deserves the freedom to rise and advance. So if the world becomes unfair, if the powerful abuse their throne, stand tall and speak the truth, even when you're standing all alone. Because courage spreads like wildfire when one brave heart decides that enough is enough, and it's finally time to rise. Hear the drums, hear the call, the strongest hearts survive it all. Rise against the storm, rise against the night, let the fire inside your soul become your guiding light. Stand your ground, hold the line. Valhalla waits for hearts that fight. The storm grows louder, but so do we. No chain can hold a soul that's free. Rise against the storm, rise against the night, let the fire inside your soul become your guiding light. Stand your ground, hold the line, raise your voice into the sky, and let the whole world hear your cry. The storm may test us, but it will never define us. You can block the road, but you can't stop the tide. Built walls across my path, tried to bury dreams in stone. Said the odds were far too high, said I'd never make it home. But the ocean never asks for permission from the shore, and the fire inside my chest only burns a little more. Yeah, I learned early that the world won't always play fair. Some are born with open gates while others fight for air. Some inherit opportunity, some inherit struggle. Some are forced to build a future through relentless daily hustle. I've been counted out before, I've been told to know my place. Been underestimated by people who never ran this race. But every time they close the door, I found another way around. Because determination grows louder when nobody hears a sound. I stopped looking for approval, stopped chasing their applause. Because self-respect means standing tall, even when you're bruised and lost. The strong are the people who've never tasted defeat. The strong are those who keep advancing on exhausted, wounded feet. Cut the sea. Hear the call of destiny. I'm an unstoppable tide. I won't turn back, I won't hide. Stand your ground, hear the sound of a warrior soul alive. Raise your voice, raise it high. Let the ravens cross the sky. Valhalla waits for hearts that try. Power used like chains, seen truth pushed aside, seen honest voices disappear while corruption learned to habit. Silence never changed a thing in fear, never won a war, so I became the storm myself and started pushing harder than before. The north wind taught me patience, the waves taught me resilience, the mountains taught me endurance, and the battles taught me brilliance. Every scar became a reminder that survival isn't enough. We weren't born merely to endure, we were born to become tough. To become the voice that rises when injustice fills the air, to become the shield protecting those who think nobody cares. Because courage is contagious and hope can spread like fire. One brave heart can inspire thousands to rise even higher. Hear the long ships cut the sea. Hear the call of destiny. I'm an unstoppable tide. I won't turn back, I won't hide. Stand your ground, hear the sound of a warrior soul alive. Raise your voice, raise it high. Let the ravens cross the sky. Valhalla waits for hearts that try. The waves keep coming. The drums keep pounding. No chain can hold a rising tide. I'm an unstoppable tide. I won't turn back, I won't hide. Raise your shield, raise your voice. Every battle was a choice. Stand your ground. Hold the line. Valhalla waits for hearts that rise. You can block the road, but you can't stop the tide. One more step. That's how legends are made. The road is longer than they told me. The climb is steeper than it seems. Every mile demands a sacrifice. Every victory starts with dreams. endless rain. Still the fire keeps on burning deep inside my veins.
Yeah, there were days I wanted out, days I questioned every goal, days the weight upon my shoulders felt heavier than my soul, days I looked around and wondered if the struggle made sense, watching others move ahead while I fought against the fence. But growth is rarely comfortable and greatness isn't quick. It's showing up repeatedly when the road gets thick. It's waking up exhausted yet refusing to retreat. It's taking another step on tired and aching feet, because discipline keeps moving on after motivation leaves, and fate keeps planting seeds before the harvest is seen. I've learned that every mountain looks impossible below, until you take enough steps and suddenly you know.
Hear the drums, hear them roar. Take one step more, one step more, one step more. When the storm is at your door, take one step more. Don't give in, don't let go. The strongest rivers always flow. Raise your voice, raise it high. Let the ravens fill the sky. Valhalla awaits beyond the clouds.
The north wind never promised comfort, the sea never promised calm, yet sailors still set their course and warriors still march on, because purpose isn't measured by how easy life can be, it's measured by your courage when facing uncertainty. I've watched dreams survive hardship, watched hope survive defeat, watched ordinary people do extraordinary things. The difference wasn't talent, the difference wasn't luck, the difference was deciding not to stop when things got tough. So if your path feels endless, if your promise feels slow, remember every giant up was once a seat below. Keep building, keep learning, keep fighting, keep growing. One more step today can change your tomorrow.
Hear the drums, hear them roar. Take one step more, one step more, one step more. When the storm is at your door, take one step more. Don't give in, don't let go. The strongest rivers always flow. Raise your voice, raise it high. Let the ravens fill the sky. Valhalla awaits beyond the climb. The night grows colder, the heart grows stronger. Keep moving forward, don't stop now. One step more, one step more. When the world says not anymore, take one step more. Raise your shield, raise your voice. Every step becomes a choice. Stand up tall, hold the line. Valhalla awaits beyond the You don't need a miracle, just one more step. They judged my scars, not my strength. They saw the battles that I lost, but never saw the wars I won. They saw the nights I fell apart, but never saw what I'd become. The cold winds carried endless doubt, the dark tried to cloud my sight, but somewhere underneath the noise, a fire kept burning bright.
It's easy for the world to label you by your lowest day, to reduce a lifetime of effort to a mistake. Along the way they see the stumble, not the climb, see the failure, not the time, not the sacrifices, not the tears, not the courage hidden through the years. I've learned that value doesn't shrink because somebody fails to see it, and truth doesn't become a lie because a crowd refuses to believe it. A diamond stays a diamond. taught me something as it crossed the frozen sea. It doesn't change direction just because someone disagrees. The mountains taught me patience, the waves taught me flow, the storms taught me resilience, and the hard roads taught me growth. Every scar I carry now represents a battle survived, proof that even under pressure I kept my dreams alive. Some people spend their lives trying to fit into a mold, while others choose to forge themselves inside the